Bankston Lorzel. Marissa, thank you so much for being here with me over Zoom.
Good afternoon. Good to see you, Jesse.
So she is our Elite Minnesota American Woman of Service, and this is a phenomenal group. I see so much going on within this community and different communities, but can you tell us a little bit about American Women of Service?
Sure. Well, we're a community service-based pageant system.
Nice.
And in June, so the end of June, ladies from all across the country will head to Maine for our international pageant.
Wow.
And I honestly can't imagine being a part of a different system. It's so many friendships, so positive, and like I said, the focus is community service, and that's where my heart is.
Yes.
So I really am enjoying my year with them.
I just love that. And talking about pageants and service, I know we both kind of maybe came from the same place of like, pageant, what are you talking about? And didn't really understand exactly what it was about. Is that your experience, or how did you feel like the first time you were approached about a pageant?
I had a friend that had asked me a couple of times to be a part of the pageant system with her, and I told her no, and I told her no again, and then finally I'm like, if she keeps asking, there's a reason why.
Yes.
Like maybe I should try this out. And I kind of went in with I said to myself, I'll go. I'm not gonna like it, but I'll go and I'll try it out. And I found out I loved it, and I loved everything about it. I loved making friends. I loved pushing myself to my limits. I loved traveling to a new part of the country.
Yeah.
It was just such a great experience all around. That will be the third year I've done it.
Wow, that is amazing. So we have known each other for a little while, and so I've known you before, which you're a super outgoing, like friendly person. So it seems to me to fit your personality, but I think sometimes we are our own worst critic, and we think, how am I going to take this stage and do all of these things? But as we both have found out, and I just would love to share with everybody, it's so much more than gowns and heels. It really has barely anything to do with that, and so much more to do with all the community service. So talking about all the amazing community service that you do, I happened to see a post of yours last week, which was like, oh my gosh, I've got to talk to Marissa, with the Ronald McDonald House, and you're involved there. You do lots of baking and cooking there, and you had seen there was no meal for Mother's Day. So tell me what you did, girl.
Sure. Well, I bake there quite often, 2 to 3 times a week. So I kind of stay on top of things in the house. Like I know when there's openings for certain events and where they need the help. And every week they post a menu for the week so that the families staying at the house kind of know what to expect.
Sure.
And how to plan for the week. And this has happened a couple of times now where the holidays.
Yes.
And especially the summertime holidays when we're all like outside and enjoying being
traveling
at lakes and traveling.
Yeah.
Sometimes those get forgotten about. So I had seen that nobody had signed up for Mother's Day. And I've done this before. I just went home and I put a post on Facebook and I stuck my Venmo in the comments and I said to my friends, if you buy, I'll fly, pretty much.
I love that.
Right? If we all chip in, if 20 of you chip in $10, you
Yeah.
can get an incredible meal for the moms and the families. Or 10 friends, $20, whatever you can give.
Right. Yep.
And it always adds up. I timed it once, and it must have been, it was Easter.
Okay.
And I had enough Venmo in 13 minutes.
Oh my goodness.
That we were able to provide the Easter dinner.
Wow.
For Mother's Day, it took maybe 3 hours, but still, isn't that phenomenal that people come together that quickly?
It is. 3 hours is incredible.
Right?
We have an amazing community, and you just put the ask out there and people respond, and it's so cool. But it takes somebody to organize that. It takes somebody to not only be involved at these different places, but at the Ronald McDonald House, to be involved enough to know, there's no meal on Mother's Day, which is totally understandable. Everybody's, a lot of moms are taking care of them that day, and that's totally fine and good and what you should do.
Yep.
But I love that you kind of go that extra mile and think, well, but what about the moms staying there, and think of being in their shoes, and you've got a child in the hospital, you're staying at the Ronald McDonald House, and how nice it would be to be able to go home that night, not to your home, but to the Ronald McDonald House, and have supper waiting for you. So
Great.
That's so
Yeah, but
great.
I have a daughter who has healthcare needs, and
Yes.
I've stayed at a Ronald McDonald House at the Mayo Clinic on 2 occasions. One was on Easter, and
Oh,
one was
wow.
the week before Christmas. And
Oh,
I remembered those simple gestures of people that came in and baked or came in and dropped off a small gift. Those are what get you through the
wow.
hard times. Those are what make you remember that you're still connected to the world and there's still people who care. Because it's really easy to kind of go in that might a very tunnel vision of just taking care of your kid and
Yeah.
survival and kind of forgetting everything else.
Yes.
So to feel love and comfort through those simple gestures, as a parent, as a recipient, it means a lot to me. And then as someone who can pay it forward now,
Well,
it
that
means
makes
to
a lot
me.
of sense too, that you were, there at those times, which we never want to have to do those things. But what a neat thing you have brought out of having to be there at holiday time, that now you're able to give back and you know how meaningful it is.
Right? Well, thank you.
Oh, it's just awesome. So when you see Marissa's posts, just hop on board because apparently it's not going to take long. You might not get to be involved.
Right? If you want in, you got to be quick.
Yes, got to be quick. Got to be quick. So another thing you do, you have a huge love of animals, and you also do some things for love of dogs, rescue. And I'm always also amazed when I see those Facebook posts. Like, you have 3 children, you have a daughter with healthcare needs, you work, you're involved in all of this stuff, and you're like, yeah, we'll just take in some dogs. So tell us a little bit about what For Love of Dogs is and what you do with them.
Right. So it's an organization that goal is to take dogs that are just needing homes from shelters or abandonment and get them into homes that are going to love them forever.
Oh,
And initially, we took in our first foster dog, and it was very much like, oh, dogs are cute, and I want to help all the dogs. And now it's turned into like a personal connection with these dogs. Most of them are, a lot like people. We're a little broken.
Yep.
We haven't had good experiences. We just need a second chance.
Yeah.
And these are exactly what these dogs need too. So
Aw.
we're pretty much a constant flow of foster dogs in our house.
That's
We've
crazy
had
to me.
24 now. So
To me, that is the hardest part of getting a dog, is the beginning, where you're trying to figure out what their schedule is and what yours, how to acclimate, and you're just constantly doing that.
it's a little nerve-wracking at first. Like, how's this dog going to react to our dog? How's
Right.
this dog going to react to the kids? What do they need from us? But within a day or two, it always works out every single
Oh,
time.
that's awesome.
And
I suppose the more
yeah.
you do it, the more you get used to that kind of bumpy beginning, and you can
Yeah.
handle it.
Yeah, you just
But-
gotta expect it. And there's a day or two where you kind of second guess yourself. Like,
Oh, I'm
no,
sure.
maybe I shouldn't have brought this dog home. But like I said, by day 3, you realize it's exactly what you were supposed to
Aw.
do, and just give them that little bridge to forever.
Oh, have you had any foster fails yet, Marissa?
Just one.
Just one.
Actually, out of our 24 dogs, our 23rd dog.
Oh, wow,
was our
you made it.
foster fail.
You made it a long time, which sounds like a bad thing, but actually means you ended up with being their forever home.
Sure, right? Yeah, like there's been lots of dogs where we've, as a family, said, well, maybe we should keep them. But we know that we want to continue fostering
Sure.
and having an open spot in our house for a foster dog. But number 23, we named him David Rose.
Oh, I love.
He just was meant to be with us. So
Oh,
we
that's
couldn't let him
awesome.
go.
So if people want to help, people are watching and are like, yeah, I love dogs. Maybe that's something that I could do. What's the best place? How would you guide them?
Sure. Well, I would tell them to check out For Love of Dog on Facebook.
Okay.
And all the information is posted there.
Okay.
And right now is actually a very critical time to get involved.
Really? Okay.
In dog rescue. For the first time in years, there's talk of having to put dogs down in the
Oh,
pounds because
okay.
there's not enough open spots in the shelters. There's not an people aren't opening their homes to these foster dogs.
Sure.
And there's been a lot of urgent pleas, like, please take a dog. If you can't, this dog will lose its life.
Oh gosh.
And that hasn't happened to us for a couple years. So
Okay.
please, if you have an open spot in your home,
Think
go to
about
the For
taking
Love
in
of
a
Dog.
foster or adopting.
Yep,
But even if you can't adopt, doing the foster care helps them get.
absolutely.
Yeah, I love that. I don't
they
think
take-
everybody knows that that's a thing.
Right. Absolutely. And the agency takes care of all of the bills. So there's no financial obligation
Really?
at all. We run to the shelter and pick up the food, the
Oh,
supplies.
wow. I had no idea.
If anything comes up health related, they take care of the vet bills. So there's no financial cost to a foster.
That's a huge relief. I mean, that's a huge relief of burden to think that, oh, do you see my sky cam going in the back? That means the weather people are messing around. Hi, guys. I'm like, what is happening? They're finding something back there. But anyway, back to dogs. Yes, that fostering is something that you can do, and I had no idea that the cost was free, that they take care of the cost of the food and the medical. So, I mean, all you really need is a spot in your home and some love in your heart, and you can foster those dogs. Oh, you're going to talk me into it, Marissa. So your
they come in all sizes and shapes, so they'll find one that matches your personality.
Oh
and,
boy.
Like your needs, you know?
Wow. Well, I suppose when there's so many too, that yeah, you've got a big choice. So go to For Love of Dogs, their Facebook page, and check that out. Talking just to circle back to your title, Elite Minnesota American Women of Service. Tell me again, the big international pageant is June. Yes?
You're right, the end of June.
The end of June.
Portland, Maine, and I'm just so excited to see my friends again.
Yeah.
I feel like I've worked extra hard this year, and I'm trying a couple of new things outside of my comfort zone.
Nice.
So I'm really excited to go out and try and just kind of let it all out. And
I can't wait to see you do it.
I want to make Minnesota proud.
Oh, you're making Minnesota proud already, girl, by leaps and bounds. But I am excited for you too, and you know, that's something that you can check out too, is the American Women of Service pageant system. Fantastic pageant system, all about service and trying new things and getting yourself out of the comfort zone. And I tell you what, if you've ever done that and walked in heels with that gown on a stage literally where people judge you, like you can't be like, nobody's judging me. No, they're judging you with a pen and paper. That is an experience that gives you a lot of confidence moving forward into other areas of your life. So learning new things, trying new things, I love it. Thank you so much, Marissa. I appreciate your time today.
Thank you, Jessie.
All right, we'll talk later because you have actually a whole bunch of other things that you do, and I want to share that with everyone as well. But bye for now. You can check us out on valleynewslive.com and also on our YouTube channel. Search Valley News Live. And we've got an app, of course, too, VNL News.